everyone, Trainer Michelle here to show you some basic exercises you can do with just a kettlebell. First movement we're going to do is a deadlift. For deadlift, one of the most important parts is that you keep our backs super straight and you keep our shoulders really tight. The movement should be initiated by your hips, not by your top body. We're going to set the kettlebell right in between our feet. From that position, shoulder blades should be back, hips go to the back, and we start to lean forward. A few different ways to do a deadlift. You can either go down or back. No matter what, our shoulders are staying tight. Initiating again with those glutes, come up and squeeze. It'll look like this. The next movement is a goblet squat. You can do this to a chair, an ottoman, or you can just do an air squat. What we're going to do is take the kettlebell, place it into our chest, and then squat. A few different ways again to squat. Most common is going to be a slight toe out position with your knees going over your toes and our hips going back nice and far. We want to make sure our hips are driving back and our knees are driving forward. It'll look like this. Making sure to place that down with either squat or deadlift form, nice and tight, shoulders tight. The next movement is going to be an overhead press. Now if you have a lighter kettlebell, you can do an overhead press with a single arm. If it's a little bit heavier, you can do it with both arms. I'll show you both variations. When we do an overhead press, one very important thing is that we keep our cores nice and tight. We don't want to arch our backs. That's going to hurt. So pull them in. Squeeze your abs as tight as you can. Two arms first. Or for the single arm version, you can grab onto the kettlebell and have it rest on your forearm. The next movement is a row. Same basic idea. Heavier kettlebell, you can do two arms, not as big of range of motion, but you can still do it. Or with a lighter kettlebell, you can do a single arm. I'll show you both. For a row, we're going to do a bent over row. You're actually going to stick your hips out and drop your chest until it's about parallel with the ground, so about horizontal. Still want those shoulder blades to be tight. And then while we're doing our row, the most important part is to take your shoulder blades and squeeze them together as tight as you can. Squeeze the shoulder blades first, elbows come second. We're starting here, bent over, horizontal body, grabbing onto the kettlebell, and pulling in. Single arm variation, same thing. You'll just place it to the side instead. You can place your hand either on your knee or you can relax it down to your side. The last movement is going to be a clean, which will eventually turn into a push press or a snatch. So from a clean, you're going to take it from the bottom, again, shoulders tight, pull the kettlebell up, elbows high, draw the elbows in. From there, we can take it into a press. Dip and press, we already know that movement. And then when we put it all together, it's going to turn into a snatch. From the ground, elbows high, drop underneath. The clean will look like this. And the snatch will look like this. You can also single arm snatch. When you single arm snatch, the most important part is once you pull it up, rotate the kettlebell to the outside of the arm. And those are some easy, simple exercises that you can do with just a kettlebell.